During the national vote recount at the Arthur Chung Conference Center, agents of the APNU+AFC coalition have been presenting death certificates as evidence these persons voted. But Public Relations Officer of the Guyana Elections Commission, Yolanda Ward, says the electoral body cannot determine the authenticity of the documents submitted.
We would have some submitted attached to the observation report. I did, however, point out at my last brief that Gecom is in no position at this point to check on authenticity of any of those documentation, and so the decision of the commission up to this point is that it be attached to the report until pending their final decisions as to how they move forward in that regard.
The death certificates are submitted at the counting stations by APNU+AFC representatives and are attached to the observation reports, which document objections raised during the recount of ballots. She is unaware of the specific number of death certificates submitted thus far. Ward further explained that Gecom has a system in place where the Guyana Registrar Office, GRO, provides the Secretariat with a monthly death report, so those names will be removed from the National Register of Registrants.
We do have a system in place where the GRO provides us with a monthly death report. We also have cases too, which I should point out to you, where there are persons who may die but their deaths are not registered at all, or possibly not registered at that time. So we also have to consider those factors.
But submitting the report and taking somebody off of the NNR or the UN is a different exercise, right?
That's correct. So that exercise also is done. The last time election was in March, that we would have probably been able to do any removal from the OLE is prior to the publication of that official list of electors.
Ganesh Mahipal, a counting agent for the APNU+AFC, on Tuesday presented a death certificate with the name Chintnandini Ramdas, who died on June 6, 2015. Ramdas on the official list of electors is registered at 61 Bill Street, Maria's Lodge, Essequibo Coast. It is unclear whether Ramdas was ticked off as voted, as Mahipal explained that the deceased persons at his station were not ticked off as having voted. Meanwhile, People's Progressive Party Gecom Commissioner Says Gunraj told the media on Wednesday that at the end of the process, Gecom will deliberate on the reports submitted.
At the end of this process, there will be a concatenation of the observation reports. The CEO has expressed the preference to prepare them as they are done by region. Doesn't matter.
The recount process was initiated after the votes in Region 4 were increased by the returning officer Clement Mingo in favor of the APNU+AFC coalition. Government-nominated Commissioner Vincent Alexander was asked about Gecom's role in dealing with any electoral fraud, to which he said the body could prosecute those persons.
I presume that Gecom could be involved in prosecution.
What does the law say?
I presume that Gecom could be involved in prosecution. It is illegal in this country not to be registered. And Gecom is the authority on the matter. And I think that Gecom in that regard could prosecute. And so there are a number of other things that Gecom can prosecute for. Gecom does not have its own arm. And so Gecom in the past may have referred matters for prosecution to the police. The record of prosecution and even charges is not a good record. We do not have our own prosecution arm. I don't think it's impossible for us to have that, but we don't.
The national recount is currently ongoing and is expected to last approximately 1 month. The results from the recount will lead to the declaration of a winner for the March 2nd elections. Bibi Khatoon, Newsroom.